Hey Astra, finally! Did you try guessing, like me, until today whether Astra is a boy or a girl? In this video we finally get the full reveal. Take a guess now and put it in the comments below, then watch on and we'll see if you got it right. It can be so hard to tell because, just look at these photos that I took not long before the reveal. This is the most common thing I see out there. Leaves in the way, arms in the way, branches in the way. But you know me, I don't give up. I keep following them and I keep trying. And we finally got it. All of my video on YouTube is completely free, but if you want to support what I'm doing, come on over and join the Patreon family for great perks, merchandise, exclusive content. Links are in the description below. And I want to acknowledge the Widgeable Wyable people of the Bundjalung Nation, on whose land I live, work and play. Now let's have a look at what ASTRA is going to tell us about the bits that we want to see. I came along and there's ASTRA reaching out for a feed. So I'm going to freeze the frame now, and it's that dot that I'm looking at. I know there's a couple of other dots, I'll talk about them in a minute, but I thought, aha, that looks like a little scent gland bud starting up. Now, we're going to get to see a bit more of this because now see how Astra's pulled back, because Astra's got hold of the leaves and is able to just sit back and start munching away. So I had to take a bit of time and go, okay, I've got to just stay and film because I'm not certain yet, but I'm starting to suspect that we've got a boy. I had actually been calling Astra he, and some people had said they thought Astra looked like a she. And it's really funny because it's not that I was determined or certain that Astra was a boy. I just kept slipping into calling Astra a boy. So we need to let Astra have a bit of a munch here, and we may as well watch while that's happening. And when we get to see that chest area again, you'll see those other two dots quite clearly then. But I can talk about them now because I'm not 100% certain about them, but it looks to me like possibly Astra has a couple of ticks. And you might say, well then, isn't that one in the centre just the same? Not to me. To me, the one in the centre does actually look different to the other two. You can see there's quite a bit of wind here, and so we can barely see Astra. I mean, you really have to work hard out in the bush spotting koalas because they can be there and they can just have leaves in front of them, and sometimes it's the wind blowing a certain way that suddenly reveals them, rather than at the moment the wind blowing a certain way puts all the leaf in front of Astra. Koalas actually quite enjoy eating when it's windy because they find that often it blows a bunch of leaf towards them that they can grab. So a koala is never shy about being up in the trees feeding just because there's a bit of wind about. Eucalypt leaves are really tough, and in order to get them down so that they can start digesting them, koalas have to just sit and patiently chew and chew and chew. It's really a lot of work on those molars, the teeth at the back part of their mouths. I know that we do that too, but I'm sure you would agree, we don't need to chew each mouthful anywhere near as many times or for as long as we can see Astra chewing that one leaf down. time for the next leaf. And so that happens for koala meals all the way through, every one leaf at a time. You can see that Astra grabs the leaf from the base so that then the leaf is pointing in a straight line, sort of going down, and just then methodically chews and chews until the entire leaf goes down. Astra is certainly making the most of picking and choosing a good leaf from this little branch, a good leaf from that little branch. And as the wind blows, it just helps direct a bit more leaf towards Astra, which I'm sure is not a problem at all. Some of the leaves on eucalypt trees can be quite long and thin, and those ones are probably easier to get down than the fatter ones that I'm sure would just cut all the corners of my mouth, but I guess my mouth's a bit softer than a koala mouth that's used to doing this out in the air and the weather all day long. You can just imagine me filming this, and every time Astra changes position just a little bit, I'm like holding my breath saying, come on, show me your chest again properly, and then show me the other bits so that I can be 100% certain. It's rather wonderful, in fact, just to come along and find a koala awake and feeding, because you probably know that koalas can spend up to 22 hours in any day just sleeping. They certainly snooze for a good part of that and sleep deeply for a lot as well. Astra's looking up. I wonder if Astra is considering climbing up higher. If that were to happen, we might get to be in luck. I mean, I've kind of spoiled it halfway there, haven't I? Because you know that we are going to work it out. We just don't know exactly when and how until we get to that point and you get to see it. Astra looks like I've been noticed and Astra's looking at me, but in actual fact, Astra is just having a good scratch with the left leg, and now as the wind blows, swaps to scratch with the right leg, and it's like, you've got to be kidding me. And then all the leaf blows in the way. You can see I'm zooming on in, going, can I see? I can. Do you see it? I bet you can see, but we'll just wait a few more seconds and the breeze is going to blow that leaf to the side a little bit more. And there we go. We'll do a freeze frame. You can see we've got the definitive proof that yes, Astra is indeed a boy. So I was right. I kept saying he without really thinking about it. And I was right. Astra is a boy. And what a beautiful boy he is. And just to give you a bit of an idea of how tricky it can be for me to have an angle that was clear enough to even see him. I'm nowhere near as close to the tree as what I look, so let me just zoom out a bit, and you can see that I'm quite a distance back, and yet I was able to get that clear look. Now hopefully we'll get a bit more of a look at this chest there. Look at that. I'll freeze frame again so you can see the arrows pointing to that little vertical line. It's quite pale, it's not terribly big. That is without a doubt, now I can say that that is the beginning bud of what will become ASTRA's scent gland. So you probably remember, if you've watched many of my videos, that male koalas all develop an oily scent gland in the middle of their chest, and that gives quite a musky kind of scent to it, the oil that it produces, and they rub that oil on the trees to mark their territory. The bigger the scent gland and the stronger the smell, the more likely it is that you are looking at an alpha male. Keep an eye out next month for a deep dive video I'm going to do all about what it means to have alpha males in koala colonies. But for now, guess what? You've reached the end of yet another Koala Gardens video. So would you pause and take a moment to write in the comments below as you smash that like button? Way to reveal, Astra! Thanks so much for watching. Lots more great video coming your way very soon. And always keep in mind that anytime you want a hoodie, a t-shirt, even an apron to cook with, you can find all of these kinds of things with great designs on them over on my Redbubble store, sustainably printed and posted.